Hey everyone, it's Jenny and welcome to another process video, except for this isn't a process video. So I am so used to saying that, but today I'm here as part of Kitty's Scrapper, who is Nancy, part of her video response that she put up to be tagged for other YouTube people who do videos. So I'm normally behind the camera. You normally see my hands doing stuff, and so today I am face to face, so this is a little bit freaky. So I've been a little bit sick, so my voice isn't really there properly, and if I have to quickly turn it off it means that I've run out of voice. It's a bit weird because if you see my eyes darting all over the place, I've actually been told that I need to just look at this dot and not at myself. So I'm actually have no idea what I'm doing. But anyway, here I am, and this is me, and yes, I'm here to answer some questions. So I'm just going to look down because I've got my phone in my hand, and I'm going to answer some questions that Nancy has put forth. So why did you start your channel? Why did I start doing process videos? So probably like everyone else, I love to watch process videos. I really enjoy just, find it relaxing. I'm not a big TV watcher, video watcher, but I like process videos. So I really started with Donna Downey doing her Inspiration Wednesday. So a lot of mixed media sort of stuff, and from there I started watching, I think, Shamel and Glitter Girl, and I used to watch the Garden Girls, their process videos, and from there I just slowly got to watch lots of other people, and that's really what gave me the inspiration to want to start doing videos myself. So I saw, I was a little bit intimidated by some of these people who did videos because they were so perfect and they had perfect layouts and perfect rooms, not like my messy room that you can see behind. And I just thought, okay, there has to be regular people out there like myself who would get inspired as well by a regular person. So then I found a whole group of people through Nicole Jones 911, and thought that that was something that I could do. So for me, what I really want to do was just to encourage other people. I'm an encourager, and I really just want to encourage other people just to have a go, and just to, your layouts don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be what we can think in our mind, of this perfect layout, whatever that is for you, whether that's mixed media, you think there's this perfect way, whether it's just, very linear, scrapbooking, very clean. There is no perfect way. So, I just wanted to encourage people to pull out their stuff, whether that is old, whether it's new, whether it's, something you've had in your stash for years, whether it's something that you've just bought, just pull it out, scrap it, get something in your album, enjoy the process, have lots of fun, and that is a really good thing. So that's why I started, that I just hoped that I could be an encouragement and maybe be an inspiration to someone. Definitely not a perfect scrapper, definitely not a perfect person, but I'm happy to just go on the journey with people and see where we end up. So next question, what is your scrapping style at the moment and how has it changed? Okay, so I don't know that I have a particular style. My kids always laugh. They always tell me that I'm ADHD and that I jump from one thing to another, and that's probably very true. I'm someone who loves to try different techniques and just really have a go. If I see someone using watercolor pencils and I'm inspired to do that, I'll do something with watercolored pencils. If I see someone doing stamping and I'm inspired by that, I will do stamping. Basically I like to do anything. So sometimes I do clean layouts, sometimes I do messy layouts, sometimes I do mixed media. So really, I don't know. Maybe when I started my videos I did a lot of layering, used a lot of, you know, embellishment packs, but you know, then I get sick of that too, so I move on. I get very bored, very bored quickly, so I like to move on. I don't necessarily like to do the same thing over and over again. I know some people really like that, you know, you could pick up a layout and say that's Jen Box's layout, but you know, for me, I get sick of it. So I don't know, if anything, maybe, you know, I'm known for my black ink splots, and because I do like to put them on everything, whether it's a clean or messy layout, I do like to do that. But you know, as far as a particular style, I don't know, maybe you could tell me what my style is. Could be, you know, there could be something in that. Maybe you can identify what my style is. But you know, I don't know that I have one, so it will be interesting to see what you come up with. Alright, so what project have you been meaning to start for a while now? I don't think I have a project. I've started, that you might have seen, my 100 days of art play, which is my attempt to do 100 days of some sort of art on a tag, you know, just trying some different techniques, etc. I got to about day 15 and everyone in my family fell ill, and so therefore I've paused that for a week and, you know, got started again today. So that's probably a project that I would like to continue on with. You know, perhaps I would get to the 100 days, but maybe I'll need to have some breaks in between, and not be able to do it, you know, straight 100, because, you know, life happens and, you know, people get ill and there are needs in my family, there are needs within work, you know, there are needs out there that call my attention and that I have to just put my scrapbooking aside for a while, and, you know, I'm okay with that. That's okay. So that's probably a project that I'm doing that I'd just like to continue on with. And also the mixed media layouts that I've been doing, some art journaling, I should say, that I've started my art journaling, you know, just posting once a week in an art journal. And, you know, I'd like to continue on with that and, you know, just see where that goes. So next question, what collection would you save from your burning craft room, new and old, or what collections do you wish you still owned? Alright, I don't think I would save anything. If my house was going down, I'd probably run. I'd be petrified, I'd get caught in it. My scrapbooking albums are in our family room, so I probably want to grab those, but everything else is pretty, you know, it can be replaced. So I probably wouldn't save anything. Do I wish I still own stuff? No, I'm happy to use my stuff. I'm happy to, you know, get it used. I have lots of stuff, as you can see behind me, lots of papers, lots of boxes of Project Life, and really, you know, if it goes down, it goes down. It maybe sounds a bit like couldn't care less, but you know, they're just things. They can be replaced. I'd be more worried about getting my family out, more worried about getting my pets out, and yeah. So what paper in your stash do you regret buying? You know, like a lot of people have responded, probably the cheapo stuff, probably the stuff I didn't really love. Lots of paper behind me that I've had for years that, you know, I'm not going to use. So probably, you know, maybe the collection, I think it was basic grey, called Second City. That was one I thought that I would really love, and got it and went, yeah, I don't really like that. So that was a bit of a waste of money. Although I did make, you know, quite a few layouts with it, but I bought the whole lot. So that's probably one. Alright, so where do you want to take your channel in the next year? Okay, so I've been pretty regular posting, you know, well, for me here in Australia, I post on a Tuesday, on a Friday, and like that regular scrapbook layouts, and a mixed media on Saturday, and a layout on Sunday. So I've been pretty consistent with that since I've, you know, got my channel going. I haven't really missed a beat until the last, say, week and a half, where like I said, everyone was sick, and so, I had no process videos. And one of the challenges for me, which people don't necessarily, you know, get, or I think they think that I'm maybe over exaggerating, but it's the truth is that I run out of photos. So you know, my children are 7, well, my son just turned 17 on Friday, so 17 and nearly 19, and I've been scrapbooking since Johanna was like 4 years old or something around there. So really I've scrapbooked a lot of their stuff from when they were little. I've caught up, especially doing process videos, you know, guaranteed that I've made 3 layouts a week, 3 to 4 layouts a week. You know, I'm not a big photo taker, so I run out of photos, and the dilemma that I have now is, you know, as my children are getting older, they're not so keen for me to take their photos, and especially now that I'm doing process videos and things, they're not so keen for me to put all their photos online, and, you know, I guess they're wanting to just have a little bit of privacy as well. So, you know, the dilemma is that I run out of photos. So I'm not sure what that means for me as a scrapbooker and as a video YouTuber, because, you know, I scrap from emotion. So, you know, I love to pull out photos of my kids and of my family, and I love to scrapbook those. And that's what motivates me to do scrapbooking. That's what motivates me to do my layouts. So if I'm not doing my kids, you know, I don't necessarily, you know, I'm not saying anything against people who scrap other things. You know, that's, everyone has the things that inspire them and motivate them to do layouts. For me, it's my family and just the emotions that looking at their photos evoke. So don't know what that means. I think I'm going to have to borrow someone's child and take lots of photos and maybe scrapbook them. Don't know. It's a tricky one with laws for, you know, just having children online and all that sort of stuff. So if they're not my children, I don't really have a right to do that. So I've got to ask permission. And there you go. If you've got some suggestions for me, you know, because I don't want to not make videos anymore because I've run out of photos. Yeah, it's a tricky one. I will keep trying to take them. I will keep trying. You know, my daughter, she doesn't take many selfies anymore. She's probably over that stage in her life now. So I can't steal them off of Instagram. My son still lets me take a few every now and then, but, you know, really to do 3 layouts a week, that's a lot of photos. Don't know. If you have any ideas for me, if you have any solutions to this dilemma, I would love you to help me out. So next question, I think it's the last one because I screenshot this with my phone, so I don't know if I've run out. Who would you love to collaborate with on a scrapping YouTube challenge? Basically, like everyone else has said, I'm open to collaborate with anyone. I have done something with Collab before, and that was, you know, lots of fun. We did a mood board, so that was a really good, you know, fun thing to do, to see her take on it and my take on it, and they were both totally different, which, you know, is to be expected when we're different people. But basically I'm happy to do anything with anybody. You know, my time frame is different than other people. I'm a day ahead of you, so I get to know what the day is like first. So I'll tell you that today is a really good day. It's sunny outside and it's a beautiful day. So I'm happy to do anything with anyone. So if you want to do something with me, then, you know, message me, send me a message, and I'm happy to do that. And I think that's about it. So, you know, I love this YouTube community. I love the support that, you know, we all give to each other. I love the encouragement that we give. We have some awesome people, and, you know, not just people putting videos out, but, you know, the people who subscribe. I think I'm at about 1,700 people or close to that, which is, like, you know, amazing. I was, you know, happy to get, you know, 50 people. I thought if I got 50 people, I would be over the moon. So I'm really excited to you know, just have people who watch. But you know what really encourages me is those faithful subscribers who subscribe, you know, sorry, not subscribers, let's start again. Faithful subscribers who watch videos and leave comments. You guys are amazing. So, you know, off the top of my head, and I don't want to leave anyone out, I'm thinking like, Moira, you need to start making process videos, girl. You need to encourage us and inspire us, because you do some amazing layouts, and I would love to see your process and hear your voice, and just, you know, tell us what, you know, what motivated the layout and how you got there. And, you know, Moira leaves the most encouraging you know, comments, and Kim, she just, you know, all the time, just take care, and, you know, just leaves amazing layouts and some comments. And there's Samantha as well, and she just leaves encouraging comments. And, you know, and I just love it when people who inspire me in the scrapbooking community as well, you know, leave comments. Like, I love it when Ashley Horton leaves a comment, or Missy Whidden. You know, that's just really encouraging that, you know, you can be on lots of design teams, but, you know, seeing the value in the community and seeing the value in other scrappers, and, you know, just getting alongside those and encouraging them. So, you know, I just want to say thank you to everyone, and thank you for listening today. Thank you for watching me. I hope I haven't scared you off, and you know, it's a bit weird looking all over the place, but I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everyone who watches, everyone who comments, everyone who just says encouraging things, you know, for putting a like on there, and, you know, just to making the rounds around YouTube, and remembering that we are people, and, you know, we have lives, and just for giving the grace when things don't go so well for us, and, you know, we might be missing in action, for not unsubscribing, and for knowing that we are there and that we're coming back. And yeah, so that is pretty much it from me, and I will have a video up for you hopefully on Tuesday, a process video. But, you know, I've got my 100 days of art play, which are my tags daily anyway, if you are wanting a little bit of inspiration. And that is it. I don't think that I have anything else to say, so I will leave you there, and I will see you next time, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. Bye.